You understand me? The first time Usyk beat him with a jab. It's very hard for you to make me believe, no matter what he went through, that he's gonna come back and beat Usyk if Usyk beat you with a jab. You understand me? And he went out, he tried, he gave it his best shot, but he didn't have no new tools. He didn't bring nothing new to the race. If you lose the race, you gotta bring something new. He didn't bring anything new. So how you expect to win? The guy with the best chance, to be honest with you, and people may disagree, but I know what I'm looking at.
Of Giza, me defeating Alexander Usyk and making sports history. I'm gonna attack him from angles that he hasn't seen before because I move different. I'm not like your typical boxer.
He is the hardest I have ever met. You put Usyk, AJ, Tyson Fury, Francis Ngannou, Alex Pereira, line Conor McGregor, line them all up, right? And say, right, which one would you want to fight the least? I think this is the problem, right? Is kickboxing has not had the limelight as what boxing has, right? So when you say someone's been the heavyweight champion of the world for 1 or 2 years, like, oh, he's got to be a hard. Rico has been the world kickboxing champion for 14 years in a row. He's never once been knocked out. He is humongous. He's over, I'm going to say 125, 130 kilo, 6'5", 6'6", just a huge human being. Hands like shovels, feet like wreck.
I think Rico's getting wrote off.
Did you come across him?
Listen, I've been training with Rico for the last 10 years, so I'm obviously pretty Rico biased. Rico's a good friend of mine. But he's a big man. He's had a lot of fights. Fair enough, they're fighting a different.
The potential matchup between Alexander Usyk and Rico Verhoeven has been drawing major attention across the combat sports world, especially as discussions heat up around how the two would match up in the ring. Adding even more intrigue, boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. has expressed the view that Rico may be the only fighter capable of defeating Usyk, a statement that has sparked plenty of debate among fans and analysts.
It means to you to win that fight against Usyk?
Yeah, it would mean the world to me because that would be the biggest upset
in the world.
Sports history.
Yes. Now let me ask you something. How do you train for someone like Usyk?
For me, to be honest, like, I've been kickboxing world champion for 12 years. So I know how to be champion. So, and I know how to be the best version of me. So something that's not broken, you don't have to fix. Okay.
Of course.
But he's a champion within a different sport. So you have to make some adjustments. But I think basically the simplest thing is just work your ass off.
Of course.
Putting in so much work.
Rico Verhoeven himself has shown strong confidence ahead of a potential clash with Alexander Usyk, stating that he would approach the fight with unpredictable angles that Usyk has likely never encountered before in his career. Even though Verhoeven is primarily known for his kickboxing background, he firmly believes his skills are more than enough to match and even outclass Usyk in boxing exchanges, showing full belief that he can control the fight on his own terms.
Pyramids of Giza, me defeating Alexander Usyk and making sports history. I'm gonna attack him from angles that he hasn't seen before because I move different. I'm not like your typical boxer.
A lot of fight fans, they're probably thinking your strongest way to victory is getting the finish, is getting the knockout.
In the beginning.
Are you putting healthy pressure on yourself thinking that is my path to victory, or do you think you have what it takes to outbox him over the distance?
Is it realistic to think like that I'm gonna come into a sport, so into a different sport, I'm coming into the sport of boxing, and I'm gonna facing the best boxer that potentially ever did it, and I'm gonna out.
He ends with a strong warning, saying his approach in the ring will surprise everyone, including Usyk, and could make the fight extremely difficult.
I think that's gonna be tough. I think that's gonna be a tough challenge.
So you're going from a completely different angle then?
Yeah, so like, I just need to throw some bombs. And like I said, see if we can hit him from a few different angles. No boxer has succeeded yet and was able to beat this man. because they brought boxing to him. So I'm bringing something else to him. I'm bringing something unorthodox. I'm gonna attack him from angles that he hasn't seen before because I move different. I'm not like your typical boxer.
100%.
I have like certain box movements already in my kickbox.
Breaking down this dream style showdown. The big question is whether Usyk's elite boxing skill can solve the puzzle posed by Rico Verhoeven, the undefeated kickboxing powerhouse known for his overwhelming strength and pressure.
Man, and he already has a professional fight. I will come drop kick you. Stop this. We know how it's going to go. If they train or don't train, Usyk's going to win.
Yes, but yeah, if he trains or doesn't train, Usyk's going to win.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't train, maybe it could be interesting.
Okay.
Right?
But he will train.
Yeah.
But he will train. So
270.
Different.
my prediction for the fight, pain. Look, this will be spectacular. It's spectacle, right? Yeah. The backdrop will look like something out of a video game, right?
That's
like
sick.
Street Fighter 2. But why Egypt? Why Egypt? Why is that the site for the fight?
Well,
neither guy is Egyptian.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a close relationship between Saudi Arabia and Egypt, and I think that plays into it, obviously.
Max Kellerman praises Usyk's sharp, surgical boxing ability, but he also points out a serious concern: the clear size difference with Rico Verhoeven. He suggests that this physical advantage could actually favor the kickboxing champion. Kellerman cautions that Usyk would need to be fully ready for a dominant performance from a bigger, stronger opponent, or he could face serious trouble once the fight gets underway.
He's not UFC or wrestling. He's not doing different stances. It's not like he's an expert at wrestling. He's an expert at stand-up fighting.
Yeah, but when I say 52 hand blocks, I say that for a reason. He uses a kind of hand blocking style which will work, but not against a highly trained professional boxer.
Hey, Zab Jr. used it to pretty good effect in a lot of fights.
By the way, I've never seen Yoel do it, but I'll bet you Yoel got 52 hand blocks.
But
like he's gonna need he needs 104 hand blocks against Usyk. Forget about 52.
But that makes sense now. Zab must have learned it from his father.
Facts. But growing up though, you always be like, well, what's up then? You start doing this.
That's an imitation.
That's why I love Zab though, because Zab be like,
Yeah, but
that dad is wild. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
No question. Yeah. Listen, but that's what I'm saying, guys. There is a difference. There's a reason you don't see it on the highest level in professional boxing. If it worked at that level, it works.
Rico strongly rejects any idea that he could be outmatched, making it clear he isn't intimidated. While he respects Usyk's elite boxing reputation, he believes his rapid improvement and learning ability will help him adjust to Usyk's style. Confident in his own victory, he envisions himself standing with raised hands at the end of the fight. To turn that belief into reality, he is undergoing an extremely intense and demanding training camp.
That's what we do.
May 23rd.
May 23rd.
You versus Usyk.
Yes, sir. At the pyramids. At the pyramids.
First time ever.
At the pyramids.
At the pyramids.
At the pyramids.
Tell us
at
what
the pyramids. Tell us what happened.
In your own words. What happened with you and Usyk May 23rd?
History will be made. Yes. I will make history, and I will be the first, crossover fighter that's gonna make history as the WBC World Heavyweight.
Teddy Atlas gives a sharp tactical breakdown and warns Rico Verhoeven about serious challenges he could face in the heavyweight matchup.
So being us out.
Usyk's call, how he wants to go about. He gets hit standing straight up. He's not easy to miss, to be honest. He's right in front of you. It's going to be up to him. What's his chances? I think slim and none, to be.
Teddy Atlas considers a potential Usyk versus Verhoeven fight heavily one-sided, arguing that Rico's physical advantages wouldn't matter much. He points out weaknesses in Rico's boxing fundamentals and defensive movement, suggesting they would be exposed at this level. In his view, Usyk's superior skill, ring IQ, and technical mastery would completely dominate the kickboxer, leaving little to no realistic chance for an upset.
He doesn't have that background. He stands straight up. He's had 76 fights. He's won 66. He's got 26 knockouts. He's not a huge puncher. His best punch is the right hand. That can be effective against the southpaw. Usyk's a southpaw. That can be the southpaw killer. I get it. It's not going to be. Usyk's too versatile, too good for him. His defense, his offense. I think it's going to come down to where Usyk, it's up to him. If he wants to work with him and he wants to carry him, I don't know that anything that there was any agreement to that. I have no idea of that. But it's going to be up to him, because what I've seen, like I just said, Verhoeven, he gets hit standing straight up.
Teddy Atlas labels a possible Usyk Verhoeven bout as more of a promotional spectacle than a serious competitive fight, driven mainly by commercial interest and hype. He also criticizes the WBC for potentially sanctioning it as an official title defense. While acknowledging that boxing has witnessed unusual matchups before, he argues that putting Usyk's belt on the line in this scenario would undermine the sport's fairness and weaken the credibility of its ranking system.
They put him off his fights, and they had obviously a real, a real danger to them as a fight, and they played out where guys got knocked out in some of those fights, but they weren't sanctioned for a title. I think what makes this a little bit different to me is that the WBA is sanctioning it as a title defense for Usyk. That makes it a little bit different. There's going to be some people who are going to say, well, it's not fair to some of the heavyweights out there, professional heavyweights that are not kickboxers, that are heavyweights, professional boxers, and they deserve a shot. But for a guy who's a kickboxer and who has had one professional boxing match, he's 1-0 against the guy that, who knows.
Pound-for-pound star Terence Crawford has also weighed in, strongly favoring Usyk in this potential matchup. He believes Rico Verhoeven has no real chance against the Ukrainian champion's skill set. Despite differing opinions from others, Crawford is confident Usyk would come out on top and makes it clear he has always supported him. He reiterates his loyalty to Usyk and sees him as the clear winner if the fight ever happens.
He an Usyk fan, bro.
You're right.
That is your guy, though. Usyk's a good dude. He's a hell of a fighter.
Usyk gonna win.
On the belt. But the first time before Usyk fought Tyson Fury, did you think Usyk could beat Tyson Fury? Truthfully, no.
I picked him both times.
No, the first time you picked him.
Don't overlook Rico Verhoeven, a highly decorated kickboxing champion with 76 professional bouts and serious knockout power. He's far from a typical challenger, even though his only recorded boxing victory dates back 12 years. On the other side, Usyk stands as the undisputed heavyweight champion, an Olympic gold medalist, and one of the sport's most intelligent tacticians. It's a clash of experience and elite pedigree, almost like a David versus Goliath story. Except this Goliath moves with the agility of a much lighter fighter.
I've seen Verhoeven, because once this fight got made, I checked him out a little bit. His hand game looks like 52 hand blocks, guys, which is, I don't know, 52 hand blocks. You're a slap box in the neighborhood, but that came out of the prisons, right? Like 52 hand blocks, close range fighting and stuff, and you see it in the street a lot. As Jizza said on Liquid Swords, therefore your 52 hand blocks is useless. That stuff ain't gonna work against the best heavyweight in the world. If he comes into the fight with the hand block stuff, Usyk is going to do what he pleases. But he is a 270-pound...
Verhoeven is still capable of exchanging punches and competing in the heavyweight space, just like others ranked in the division where he doesn't officially compete as a boxer. Usyk, however, has already solved every challenge he's faced so far, showing the ability to adapt and break down any style in front of him. In contrast, Rico would be making a massive leap into uncharted territory in professional boxing. Based on past patterns, Usyk is expected to adjust fast and take control in clear fashion, leaving very little uncertainty in the outcome.